Hi, this is Kevin Venner again with the Lottery Alliance. If you happen to decide to use Vistaprint and you want to use and customize your own card, then we'll show you how to do it on this. You go to Vistaprint.com and you select Premium Business Card. As you see there, click that and then you'll go to an area where you will upload a design. Now, you will be able to upload the blank. This is going to be a horizontal format, so make sure it's horizontal and click continue, and that takes you to a page where you can upload the design that you download from the site here, and it'll be the Vistaprint front and the Vistaprint back. So the first one we'll do is the front, and this will be a blank front Lottery Alliance card. So you upload that into the system and make sure that all the copy is inside the dotted lines. Now, the PDF that you download should be formatted correctly and it should upload exactly like this. Just make sure that all the edges are inside the dotted lines of the copy and the artwork, and then click next. And then you're going to want to put copy on your card. You've got to put your name, you've got to put your phone, your web address, your email address. So click text up at the top and you can add your name. Now, this is an actual card that I am designing, and this will be the same way that you would design a card on Vistaprint. They've got some good tools to use, but they charge you handsomely for the use of these tools, as you will see, as compared to the printplace.com cards. But both do a good job. They're just a little bit more proud of their cards at Vistaprint. So get your name in the little text box. The center of the card is over the P and under the D in don't, over the P in player. That's the card center. So once you have your name in there, you can select the type. You can even select the color. Now, I don't like the lighter blue. I want to center that. Make sure the center of the card is between the D and the P. And then I think I'm here going to add a different color. I like a dark blue, not a black. Set it off a little bit. We've got some navy blue in the logo, so I'm going to use a darker blue. So once you have your name, you want to add some more text. This will be your web address, and so you get your text box and enter your www. Use your identifier for your Lottery Alliance replicated website. I use plantowin.thelotteryalliance.com. You can stretch that box. Now, I use the edges, the left and right edge of that box, to center that box in the card, and then I'll use the center click button up at the top to center the copy. So now that copy is centered between the left and the right edges of that card, and you can click and drag those boxes to give space between all the other copy. And you can also reduce the size. I'm reducing the Plan to Win, the Lottery Alliance, to 12 point. I've got the name, I believe, at 13 or 14 point, just a little bit bigger. Now we want to add your phone number. So again, you go up to the top, click the text box, get a text box, and then start typing in your phone number that you want on your card. Close that and position it. Now I want to leave that flush left. I don't need that centered because that's going to be on the left side of the card. I am going to reduce it from a 12 point to a 10 point. I don't want the phone number real large. And I also want to leave room for the email address that I'm going to put over to the right of the phone number. So I line it up with the left edge of the URL, the www there. I can drag that in, give a little bit more room. Again, you can click and drag to position. You don't want the copy crammed, and you can adjust that by moving it and also by making the point size larger or smaller. So the last thing we want to do is to add your email address. So bring down the text box and then put in your email address. Again, you can click the edges, the center, and drag that. And I want this to be flush right, so I'll go up to the top and hit the flush right bar, and it'll move that text over to the right. You've got to make sure the box is clicked, and click that to the right and see how it moves the copy over to the right. I want to make sure also that it's aligned properly with the phone number, so you can drag it over there, and then you can use your arrow key on your keyboard and move that box over instead of dragging it, because if you drag it over you might go up or down a little bit. So use your right arrow key, move that over. And so I'm just checking the copy and check the size there. That's I want to see what a 14 point looks like. So it's a little bit bigger, a little bit too obnoxious for me. I like a little more subtle, so I'm going to move that back down to 13 point, and that looks about right. It's got good air in between all the copy, and so once you're satisfied with that, you click the proof approval, saying that you've read the statement above and you approve, and then you want to go to the back side of the card. So we've got the front side done, and you've downloaded the PDF from this page, and now you want to go to your hard drive and upload this back page up to the Vistaprint site. So we click that, open it up and load it, and it's uploading. Pretty simple process. Takes a little bit of time. This will take you, 15 minutes, depending on how dexterous you are with the copy and using tools online. So that works well. The only item that you need to put, if you're going to use the free Lotto Chance lead generation system, then the only thing that you would want to put back here, you put in the text box, and then you put your code. Now these have to be unique. I used my birth date. I recommend that you use your birth date. If someone else happens to come up with your birth date, then we'll just have to add a letter or an initial to differentiate them. But this is my birth date, March 5th, 53, so that's going to be my code. I'm going to center that copy. And I think I want that to stand out because they have to enter that. And so I'm going to enlarge that copy. I line it up with the enter referral code, make sure it's aligned properly. Again, you can click and drag, or you can use the arrow keys. And now I'm going to make that a 14 point, make it a little bit larger, and I'm going to add some color to that. I think I'm going to make that red, make it stand out a little bit. And once you're satisfied with your code, everything is fitting inside the dotted lines perfectly, you click off the proof that you've read it and you agree that everything's copacetic, and then you click next and you go on and order the quantity. Now your quantity, I'm going to do 1,000 cards because I want to show you a comparison, because look at 1,000 cards here. Now we haven't done anything else other than order cards. They're about $9 or $10 more expensive at this point than the print place. Again, they do good quality. They want to send you a bunch of stuff, so I say no thanks. And they're going to send you through several pages. Here you want to click the stock. I'm just using match stock. These are handouts. I don't need a fancy card. Need a good quality card, so I just leave that matte stock. That's included in the price. And then click next, and then they're going to try to sell you, 50 to 100 different items, and I just click through these as quickly as possible. You know, they try to sell you pens and magnets, and even try to sell you a website. So click through all that, then get to the payment. Now look what they've done. You've got $34.99, which is about what we're paying for 1,000 cards total with shipping at print place. But now they're going to charge you $4.99 for the upload of each front and back. Color on the back side, $17.99, and we haven't even got to shipping yet. So we're at $62.96. So let's we can preview it. If we're going to buy this, we want to make sure it's right. So we can do another quick glance, go back to the cart, and then we can move toward the checkout. And we go to checkout, and we see that we can go standard. Now, 14 days, that's their standard for 1042. Now, so they're taking 2 to 3 times longer for the same amount of money for shipping. And then you just go ahead and go through the standard pricing that you want to do. You can pay with PayPal as well, or you can use a credit card. And you see the total there, after all is said and done, for 1,000 cards, no different than the 1,000 cards from Print Place, are about twice as expensive. $73.38 after they charge you for uploading the design and then color on the back side, and then $10.42 for shipping and processing. Some people like Vistaprint, and you're welcome to download the PDF that we've got. Be happy for you to use that. If you like Vistaprint and want to use them and pay twice as much, then be my guest. So anyway, the system, if you decide to use the lead generation system, be sure to download the sheet on the instructions, and we will have a video and a training session on that as well. I've used this type of lead generation system in the past, and I know it will work for you as well as it has worked for me in the past. So that's our plan to win, and I hope you do very well with the system, and that you get lucky, and that I can call you my new millionaire friend. Thanks again. This is Kevin Venner, Lottery Alliance.